Alright guys, welcome back. Today we have to talk about the World Health Organization and the fact that Donald Trump has now said that we are no longer funding it. And he says this because he claims the World Health Organization downplayed the coronavirus. So this claim has been going around for a little while now from conservatives that the World Health Organization downplayed it and that only Donald Trump knew that this was a real problem, and that's just not the case. That's revisionist history, it's gaslighting. And before you think I'm just doing a hit piece on Donald Trump, I'm just here to lay out the facts. I'll tell you what I think about it, and then you just tell me what you think in the comments. Check me on any of it, okay? So this tweet back in January on the 14th, 14th of January, said that we had not yet proven human-to-human transfer of coronavirus. Now we have to kind of take a step back. Why is that important? Well, diseases are not always transferred from human to human. Just because a human can get a disease doesn't mean they can transfer it to another human. Now that sounds bizarre, but really think back just 20 years ago, we had the whole bird flu thing going on, remember? That was a real concern, but it never was transferred very well from humans to humans. It was transferred mostly from animals, right, primarily birds, to humans. That was why, remember, George Bush was talking about putting a giant net across the whole ocean, like up in the sky, so that birds couldn't fly over from other countries because they were bringing diseases. It sounds bizarre, but I mean, go look it up. That was literally how panicked we were back then. Fast forward, now we're talking about coronavirus. They're still studying to see in January whether or not we could transfer that disease from humans to humans, because initially it was thought to have come from either an infected bat or pangolin. Let's rewind just a few weeks. When we first found out that coronavirus was even a thing was on the 31st of December 2019. World Health Organization really figured out that this was a problem, started in Wuhan, China, and they had been downplaying it and hiding it for some time. Now, they may have known, some reports say as early as November. So that of course was a problem because we have to let the World Health Organization know so that we can start to do studies, figure out what the response is going to be. So December 31st was kind of when the gun goes off, the race to figure out, is this a threat? How much of a threat? What can we do about it? And that's what the World Health Organization's job is. So December 31st is when we found out that this disease was even in existence. January 11th, China had its first death. Now, we haven't had this in the United States yet to this point, okay? So we're kind of following the timeline here. January 14th, this tweet goes out from the World Health Organization that they haven't yet proven human-to-human transfer. Again, because this has to be studied just like the bird flu was. We didn't know how well it could be transferred from human to human. Since then, we found out that it can, obviously. January 20th, the United States has its confirmed case. At the same time, South Korea has its first confirmed case, okay? So on the 21st, so this is just the next day, the World Health Organization believes now that human-to-human transfer is very likely. So they're still doing research, they're still studying this. Again, this is only just developing within the past 3 weeks. So by the end of one more week, January 30th, they've proven human-to-human transfer is happening, and they declared it a global health crisis. So if the World Health Organization was downplaying a disease, would they have called it a global health crisis in January? That's for you to decide. But they also recommended social distancing. On January 30th, they said that at the same time they called it a global health crisis, they recommended that we do social distancing. It wasn't until March that Donald Trump started actually saying that this was a real problem. Remember, all throughout February, he was saying it was just going to go away. He said once April came along, warm weather, it was going to be fine. When we had 14 cases, he said they were going to go down. Throughout March, he was calling it a hoax, okay? He said it was all a hoax by the Democrats because impeachment didn't work, okay? This is really insane stuff, but you have to follow the facts. The World Health Organization did not downplay this disease. And it's kind of scary that our government would lie to us just in order to make themselves look good. Like, that's really, really dangerous. Don't allow yourself to be tricked by this news story saying the World Health Organization downplayed this disease. They didn't. You may have other criticisms of inefficiencies in the World Health Organization. That's fine, whatever. But this particular claim that the World Health Organization downplayed the coronavirus is completely baseless, and even the proof that they try to use to say that the World Health Organization downplayed it was really just a tweet about their studies developing information on the virus. And so the people who are following this they just don't understand the epidemiology of it, how these things work. And so we really need to spread information to really teach people about what's going on. So if you found this video to be useful, go ahead and leave a comment below. And if you found it to be infuriating, go ahead and leave a comment below too. Those can be good and entertaining. So whatever you feel, I thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.